So something absolutely terrible has happened. It is the 4th day of November. That means we are only 4 days after Halloween. And Christmas has moved in. North Pole. Most people walk past buildings and think nothing of it. All they see is another structure, but many of those buildings have a history just waiting to be explored. And here at I Just Arted, we focus on art, but we also like history and want to do art and history at the same time. So in the spirit of art and history, this is Arting on History. Alright, welcome to I Just Arted. My name's John, and this is the Roosters Brewery over here on 25th Street in Ogden. Now last week, we did our video right over there about the Thomas Hardy Saloon, which is now the Thomas Hardy Salon. Roosters, although, was a little bit more difficult to find information on. There's a lot of really cool stories that we're going to go over. Before we do that, make sure you check out my competition going on. It's the Show Me Up competition. And if you go to showmeup@gmail.com, send me an email and take any of my drawings or paintings that you've seen so far and try and show me up. So, let's get started. The Roosters Brewery used to be the Kansas City Brewery and used to be the Kansas City Liquor Store. And while it was the Kansas City Liquor Store, it was owned by a bunch of different companies. From 1899 until 1915, it was owned by 2 Chinese companies who ended up being fronts for the Chinese mafia. And while I was talking to these guys here, I found out they actually found some opium paraphernalia while remodeling this place. Something else that's kind of cool about this place is if you see that fan-shaped window up there, that window along with a bunch of other windows are from historic sites all around 25th Street. Right behind me, there's all of our brewing equipment. So, we're going to start by going upstairs. Right out here, they've kind of expanded. They've got kind of an outdoor eating area. So, as I go up the stairs here, before this place was Roosters, it was also an antique shop, which seems to be where all the ghost stories are coming in. And I'm going to pause right here. This right here, this is all original brickwork, and it was plastered over. And so the owners who own the place now, they actually chipped away that plaster to expose the brick. And so, here we are upstairs. Try not to get anybody's faces in this shot. And up here, we've got more of these windows. Like I said, the stained glass came from some of these other buildings on 25th. Back here have kind of a party dining area. And also, what's kind of interesting, it's a 3-story building, and it is a lot bigger than it actually looks. More of these windows here. See the stairs going upstairs. We're not going to go upstairs. It's office building. It's kind of boring. Got more of this glass here. So, this place's connection to Electric Alley is that this was the opium den. this is where a lot of the people would come and use opium and then go across the street to the brothel, and they would go up to the fun zone. Alright, we're gonna head down to the basement now. Alright, now we are downstairs, and once again, there are rumors that right back here, just up here where the water main goes in and out of the building, is where another tunnel to the Ogden Underground is. Which, after doing more research, there's obviously a lot of controversy, a lot of, you know, whether it exists or not. And there seems to be a lot of these entrances into the basements, which would make me think maybe there's something there. Here we are. Right back here, there's a set of stairs that seems to lead out front. Oh, I almost forgot to show you. That's a trap door. That trap door is actually how the brewery gets a lot of their product up and downstairs, or they used to do it that way. We have technology now, you know. Back here's the brew house. Oh my gosh. This goes way back here. Definitely easy to see where you would hide an opium den back here. Nice long tunnels and everything. You have... Oh man. Pretty cool back there. You can see the original rock work on the walls, original masonry. And this goes right back up to the kitchen. So, this is Roosters on 25th Street. It's a brewery, it also is a restaurant, and I haven't tried it yet, but it smells really good, and I'm definitely going to try it. Some of the stories that come with this place that I've found, and they say that recently the activity's kind of slowed down, you know. Maybe the ghosts just feel comfortable with this place being a brewery. But some of the stories mostly come from when this place was an antique shop. Now, in 1915, this place stopped being owned by the opium traders and became a full-on brewery. And while it was a brewery, Kansas City brewery, it functioned normally. At one point, 25th Street kind of became a sketchy ghetto-type place. Not a lot of people wanted to come over to 25th Street. So this place here went mostly neglected for a while there. Then it became an antique shop, and while it was an antique shop, that is when a lot of the ghost-like activity peaked. There's a story about a table that was brought in, and this antique table, it was, you know, set up in the shop, and the entire time it was in the shop, the owners just kept hearing footsteps. They would hear bottles breaking, things like that, things that don't usually happen. Another story from that time is there was a picture of a little boy, and that picture the owner actually took home and started having activity happen at their own house. Now it's mostly just people feeling creeped out in the basement, which is kind of weird because this is where the alcohol is. So while I'm on my way to my next interview, I kind of wanted to highlight something that I touched on in there, but I didn't focus on it. I feel like I probably should have just a little bit more. That place was owned by two separate companies, both of which were fronts for the Chinese mafia, and a big part of the opium trade here on 25th Street. And whenever you look up Ogden 25th Street or the history about it, opium dens are one of the main things talked about, and that place there is why. It's kind of cool. I guess while the current owners, either the current owners or the owners before, were renovating and getting things ready, they actually came across an opium bottle. So, you know, just more confirmation of what we already knew. Also, that is the second place I've gone to where they talk about an entrance to an underground tunnel that goes under 25th Street. And like I said, you hear conflicting opinions about what's down there, but if you've got this many different places that claim to have something, it seems more like a pattern to me. If you want to see the rest of this one, come back next time. I will finish this in the next video. I don't want this to end up to be a rushed or crappy drawing. Alright, so this has been our highlight of Roosters Brewery here in Ogden on 25th Street. I'm going to start doing a few more videos like this, if you couldn't tell from my introduction. I'm thinking about just doing a whole segment of videos focused on places down here on 25th. I actually have an appointment to go see another place, and then just today I got another appointment to see another place here. So, looks like there's some artwork back here. We'll get some footage of that. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any suggestions for things you want to see here, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. And like I said, go to my contest, the Show Me Up contest, showmeup@gmail.com. Send me an email with your better version of something I've drawn and painted. Look at that. That's way cool. Just do something better than I did. And that's it. We'll see you next time.